Hey everybody, I'm just doing a little video. The just to let y'all know, the Base Invaders 5 was announced, I guess today. That's when I first saw it on the forums, and and somebody was asking me the other day on some comments of, well, we'll talk about people of lower levels of what they can do. So my mom plays this game, and so she plays the game, but I usually tell her, what to upgrade, what kind of ships to build, stuff like that. And so I was originally planning on her to get the Naval Lab 10 and the Solid Fuel Booster 3s, but the raids are going to come way too fast for that. The Naval Lab 10 will not finish, much less start in the research. So she has Solid Fuel Boosters 2 and a Seawolf fleet that has Cutlass missiles and the Solid Fuel Boosters 2. So um, let me show you what I got her to start building, and this is hopefully we'll have 5 of these, but more than likely we won't finish the 5th one before the raid starts. and this is dependent because this is the limit of what she has. So we're doing Seawolves, and we're going to build a fleet of Seawolves with Thud 4s, Engines 2, Layered Armor 1, Guidance Scrambler 2. And these specials are because this is the highest that she has for each of these specials. She does have Rippers 4, which actually I think would be a better solution, but watch this. 4, not 3. Way more damage, way more damage. Here's my problem. 2 days, 16 hours versus 1 day, 12 hours. Oh, actually, she doesn't have Master Engineer, so it's 1 day, 16 hours. So that's the difference, and the raid is in less than 7 days now. So pretty much as soon as I heard the raid come out, I was like, oh, we're not going to be able to do Solid Fuel Booster 3. I wanted to do a fleet of Cutlass missiles with that. We're not going to be able to do that. Okay, great. What's the next best thing we can do? The next best thing is still Seawolves with no armor, so that you can have an instant repair. The only problem with instant repair is if you don't kill enough stuff and you don't hit 500% with the Seawolf, your resources will decline. So you might have to actually hit cargo at the same time you're hitting bases to balance things out. You might just have to accept that, and I think that's a reasonable thing to accept. So this is the fleet that I'm hoping to build 4 or 5 of, and she has. Let me basically show you what she has for. She has Shockwave A, right? Let's see, 84, 80. No. Yes, she has Shockwave A. So most of her ships look like this. She has Hailstorm A. It's the best Hailstorm she has. And that is probably that. So she has a fleet of these. Some of them have armor, some of them don't. That's predominantly what she's been doing with her shipbuilding, is putting armor on them. So what we do is we take the floating fortress, and on a 28, and it works better because it has really high thrusters. You come in from the northwest side of a 28, and you send it to the corner. You wait till the ship stops moving. You come down, and the mortars they're longer than the missiles. They're longer than the ballistics weapons, but they're not longer than other mortars. So you're gonna get shot at by the mortars of each ship, which is where the 2 Hailstorm A's all of these against a single ship is not so bad. But remember what you have on 28 is you first encounter the first ship, and the next thing, if you come at that 45-degree angle, you run into two ships simultaneously. That actually can be a little much for Hailstorm A. So what I get her to do is don't come at it head on. You come at a slight angle, so you hit one ship, and then you hit the next ship with only moving like maybe a centimeter or less. I mean, a really small amount. You don't have to move much at all. You just want to make sure that you're triggering one ship at a time. And so she clears out the ships with these, but these are really not that good for turrets. They'll take way more damage. And so that's where I'm hoping the Sea Wolves with the thuds are gonna if they can clear out at least one turret, I'm gonna take my guys, because I'm in her sector now. I just moved, so I'm in. I could tell you where I am. I just moved into her sector so that she has this, and this. So this is what she has. So if she had, 5 of these, that's actually, I think, pretty reasonable. The Guidance Scrambler is going to make the ballistics miss some, and the missiles miss some. The layered is just for the ballistics, but when you're in close, the ballistics is really what kills you, way faster than the missiles kill you. So if you have a RA versus LL, go LL on a short range sort of thing. So for a lower level that doesn't have the highest advanced labs, if you have Sea Wolves and you have some sort of layered armor, you have some sort of guidance scrambler, you have sort of engines, this is what I'm trying, and we'll find out if it actually is any good or not. But we're going to do this against the turrets, not against the ships. The ships will be killed off by these guys, which actually worked pretty good. We did that in the last raid, and she would kill off the ships and the cookie, and then I would send in ships to kill off the turrets. I want her to be able to kill off some of the turrets because she did not get the ship. She only got all the armor. I want her to be able to get the ships too. And you need to be able to kill the ships and the turrets, and that'll make us go a lot faster. These, she would occasionally get a shot from a mortar, which means all of them will get equal damage, but if you immediately go home and repair, it's a really short repair, instant repair, or just wait a very short amount of time. These Sea Wolves, I fully expect they're going to die every time they go into engagement because they're not going to take out all 3 turrets, but they're instant repair, so I don't care that they die. I don't care that they take damage. I just want them to actually produce damage. So that's really what's going on with that. Let me here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this is my plan. We have 7 days. This ship is going to take 3 days, and so it is going to be 3 Cutlass Missile 4s, couple Cutlass Missile 3s, 1 Hailstorm, which not really going to help. Because I was originally thinking I would have 5 of these, and I'm gonna rank them up, and they're gonna be star level ships, and then we'll refit them so it has another Cutlass Missile before the next raid, and that didn't happen. And I'm researching the enhanced warhead 3s right now, and I was like, we're gonna have that, and we're gonna refit. This can be awesome. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So we're gonna have 2 of these because I have one already. I have this guy, which is the same thing. I'm gonna have 2, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these guys, which have the 2 assault missiles, 3 strikes. I'm gonna take the armor off. I'm gonna do that first. I'm gonna do 3 of them. I only really care about 3 of them, I think. Let me think. Okay, let's do it this way. My Seawolf fleet that has the Cutlass missiles. What I'm going to do with these guys is I'm going to put the two these guys, the Sea Scorpions, right? Yeah, Sea Scorpions. I'm going to put the Sea Scorpion here and here. Let's see, is that right? Well, ultimately, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put 2 here, and then I'm going to take 2 of these guys, and I'm going to put in this fleet. Probably here and here. So 3 of these guys, I want to take their armor off. And I probably, if I still have the time, I'll do it separately. I'll take the armor off as one engagement. The next refit, I'm probably going to switch engines out so that they're reactive armor. My only other problem with is hitting a turret. It's only going to use these 2 guns. It will not be using these 3 because it's going to stop at its maximum range, just like every other ship, and which will be these 2 guns. But it will have 2 Cutlass missiles that it is firing against as well. 2 Cutlass missile ships, which will take the damage first. So I actually probably could leave the armor up there because the other 2 ships will die first because it will be slightly closer. So I'm just trying to, what I want to do is I want to balance the fleet out. So I think I've actually have 2 Sea Scorpions with the other 3 Sea Wolves. I might actually be able to take an entire 28 all by itself, and not need a support ship. But I want a support ship if I have some sort of turret left over, and that will make it go very, very quickly. I was using the Kudas in the last raid. I was using these guys as my cleanup crew if I had a turret left, or I would either have a turret left, or a half a turret left, or a turret and a quarter left. Whatever I had left, these guys can go in there and clean up, and they're not going to take any damage because I had the timing all worked out. But you know, in all reality, lower level people are not going to have these guys, so Sea Wolves are really as high as you need. You either need solid fuel booster 3s, or you need to run in real fast with some rippers or some thuds. If you haven't really figured it out yet, you know, I would start with these guys. This is what I'm banking on to help my mom get all of the quotas. No armor, best engine you got, best layered armor you have, best guided scrambler you have, and then thuds, because thuds could get you more ships in the 7-day period than rippers could. If you had the time, I would do rippers, because rippers will actually give you way more DPS. If you did rippers 4 for everything, you're going to see a huge. That was 3. You're going to see a huge difference. They have to get really close, but they're very deadly. See, these guys are 2,000 per volley, and a volley is 1.5 seconds, whereas this is, you know, 1,300 at 3.5 seconds. There's a huge difference in DPS between these. But in all reality, this ship has a crazy bad DPS because it's 7 seconds at 1,400, and mortars, because of their spread, they don't have 100% accuracy on one particular target. So there's a lot of missing going on. So this, if you're which my mom could do. My mom could make this fleet, just not in 7. She couldn't make 5 of these in 7 days because it just, the math doesn't work out. But if we time it right, I think the 5th one will finish during the middle of the raid. I think we could start with 4, and then the 5th one will finish sometime in the middle of the raid. If I actually set a timer to, if I get her to set a timer so that she'll actually just wake up and go start the next ship as soon as the other one finishes. So she's granted she's a level 30, but in all reality her ships don't necessarily scream, "Hey, I'm a level 30." Um, but that's what she's gonna do. I don't know you. You're on YouTube now. um, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm getting my mom to do. Um, it's what it is really trying to balance out for these base invaders. Is balancing out focusing on a 28. What damage can you do against a 28? You want to do the most damage for the least amount of repairs. I'm not planning for her to. I'm not planning for me or her to have to pay any money. I have done that in the past, but my ships are to the point where I don't need to do it, and she has no interest in coining anything. So I have to design her ships in a way that will not require any coining. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably engage a lot of the bases together, and she can take out what she can take out, and then I'm going to help her take out the rest, and I can take out stuff when she's sleeping or working or whatever, and so I'm going to get my quota, but I can help her get her quota too to some degree. So that's what's going on. Um, just wanted to give you a little idea of something to try. And I know some videos in the past, I think for like Base Invaders 2, I had some theories and it didn't pan out. So, you know, this is my opinion, but I think this is a great idea, but not doable in 7 days. This is a good idea that is doable in 7 days, and the better you can do on these, the better you will be. So anyway, give it a try, see how it goes, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.